Hello, Jay here. Welcome to Beginning Drums Chapter 8. All right, we're going to start off with rhythms and rudiments, and we're going to continue with our eighth notes, quarter notes, and our different rests, but today we're going to learn another rest. Okay, it's going to be the eighth note rest. When you see an eighth note rest, it's going to look like a 7 with a little nub kind of on it. And that means that we're not going to play anything for half of a beat. Now, the way this book's going to work is usually we're going to have the eighth note rest on the downbeat, and we'll hit the eighth note on the end of the beat. So it's going to be like a rest and concept. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 1. We're going to have eighth notes on beats 1 and 2. We have an eighth note rest and an eighth note on the end of the beat for beat 3, and then eighth notes on beat 4. Bar 2 is all quarter notes for those 4 beats. On bar number 3, we're going to have eighth notes on beat 1, eighth note rest on beat 2. We'll hit the eighth note on the end of beat 2, and then we'll have eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. Bar 4 is going to be a half note rest for beats 1 and 2, and then we'll hit quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. Okay, let's go ahead and try number 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and rest and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and rest and 3 and 4 and rest, 3, 4. Okay, I'll just be repeating these 1 time, but I always recommend repeat each of these 4 to 8 times and try your different tempos. I'm definitely starting off nice and slow. Take it even slower if you need to. Okay, here comes number 2. We're going to have quarter notes for beats 1 and 2. We'll have an eighth note rest on beat 3. We'll hit the end of the beat with an eighth note. And on beat 4, we have a quarter note. For bar 2, we have eighth notes for beats 1 and 2, quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. Bar 3 has a quarter note on beat 1, quarter note rest on beat 2, quarter note on beat 3. On beat 4, we'll have an eighth note rest. We'll hit the end of the beat. On beat 4, we have eighth notes on beat 1, quarter note on beat 2, eighth notes on beat 3, and a quarter note rest on beat 4. Okay, here comes number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, rest and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, rest, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, and rest. Okay, for number 3, we're going to start off with a half note rest for beats 1 and 2. We'll have eighth notes on beat 3, a quarter note on beat 4. On bar 2, we'll start off with an eighth note rest. On beat 1, we'll hit the end of the beat. Eighth notes on beat 2 with quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. Bar 3 is going to be a whole note rest, nothing for those 4 beats. And then on bar 4, we'll have eighth notes on beat 1, eighth note rest on beat 2, we'll hit the end of the beat. Eighth notes on beat 3, and then a quarter note on beat 4. Here comes number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 3 and 4. Rest and 2 and 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 1 and rest and 3 and 4. Okay, I'm going to try number 3 just a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 3 and 4. Rest and 2 and 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 1 and rest and 2 and 4. So remember, mix up your tempos, start off slow, but feel free to push and we can go even faster, but they will get more challenging once you push those tempos. Okay, let's take a look at number 4. For number 4, we have a quarter note rest on beat 1. We have eighth notes on beat 2, quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. On bar 2, we have eighth notes on beat 1, eighth note rest on beat 2. We'll hit the end of the beat. Beat 3 is a quarter note. Beat 4 are eighth notes. Bar 3 has quarter notes for beats 1 and 2, and then a half note rest for beat 3 and 4. Bar 4 has eighth notes on beat 1, quarter note rest for beat 2. Beat 3 will have an eighth note rest. We'll hit the end of the beat, and then we'll play a quarter note on beat 4. Okay, here comes number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and rest and 3, 4 and 1, 2. Rest, 1 and rest and 4. Okay, let's take a look at number 5. For number 5, we're going to have eighth notes on beat 1, eighth note rest on beat 2. We'll hit the end of the beat. Beat 3 is eighth notes. Beat 4 is a quarter note. For bar 2, we're going to start off with a quarter note rest on beat 1. Beat 2 has an eighth note rest. We'll hit the end of the beat. Beat 3 is eighth notes, beat 4 is a quarter note. Bar 3, we start off with a quarter note rest on beat 2, eighth notes on beat 3 with a quarter note rest on beat 4. And then on bar 4, we're going to wait all the way till the end to hit a note because we're going to have a half note rest for beats 1 and 2, quarter note rest for beat 3, and then we have an eighth note rest on the downbeat of 4, but we'll hit the and of 4. Okay, here's number 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and rest and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, rest, 3 and rest. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you gotta have a little patience right there for that last note. Okay, let's look at number 6. We're gonna start off with the quarter note on beat 1, eighth notes on beat 2, half note rest on beat 3 and 4. Bar 2 has a quarter note on beat 1. We have an eighth note rest on the downbeat of beat 2. We'll hit the and. On beat 3 is a quarter note rest, and we have a quarter note on beat 4. For bar 3, we have eighth notes for beats 1, 2, and 3. On beat 4, we have an eighth note rest, and we'll hit the and of that beat, and then we have a whole note rest for bar 4. Okay, here comes number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and rest, rest. 1, rest, and rest. 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and rest, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's look at number 7. For this one, we're going to start off with quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, an eighth note rest on beat 3. We'll hit the and of the beat. On beat 4, we have a quarter note. On bar 2, we have a quarter note rest on beat 1, eighth notes on beat 2. On beat 3, we have an eighth note rest. We'll hit the and of that beat and a quarter note rest on beat 4. On bar 3, we have a half note rest for beats 1 and 2, quarter notes for beats 3 and 4. On bar 4, starts off with an eighth note rest. We'll hit the and of that beat. We have eighth notes on beat 2, a quarter note rest on beat 3, and then a quarter note on beat 4. Here comes number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, rest, and 4, rest, 2 and 3 and rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, and 2 and rest, 4. Okay, here's the last one, number 8. We're going to start off with eighth notes on beats 1 and 2. We'll have a quarter note on beat 3. On beat 4, we have an eighth note rest, and we'll hit the and of that beat. Bar 2 is a whole note rest, means we won't play anything. On bar 3, we're going to have quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, eighth notes on beat 3, and a quarter note on beat 4. On bar 4, we start off with an eighth note rest. We'll hit the and of that beat, and we play a quarter note on beat 2 with a half note rest for beats 3 and 4. Here's number 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, rest, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, rest, and 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the rudiment for this chapter is going to be the single stroke 7. Okay, so this is 7 notes played with alternate sticking, or you can think of them like singles, and it's going to lead into a last note. And if we think of it like a sextuplet leading to a quarter note, that's going to be the sound. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the concept. So if you think of singles, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, or a left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, we'll speed it up a little bit, but let's just start up nice and slow. Okay, now for number 1, we're going to go ahead and put it in action, and that's kind of just like what I just demonstrated. So it's going to be a right, left, right, left, right, left, right, flip, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, now I'll put us in 2/4 for this, so 2 beats per bar. 1, 2, right, left, 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 right, left. And if you're counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, for number 2, let's start off with the quarter note, and then we'll put the faster notes on beat 2. 1, 2, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left. Now, since this one doesn't flip our sticks, or doesn't give us some time to do that, I'm just going to start over again, this time starting with my left. 1, 2, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, for number 3, we're going to put the sextuplet on beat 1 with some eighth notes. on beat 2, and again, they're all singles. So what I'll do is I'll play the first sticking a couple times, and then I'll flip my sticks. 1, 2, right, left, 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 right, left. Here's opposite sticking. 1, 2, left, right, 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 left, right. I'm gonna start off with the eighth notes and go into the sextuplet. 1 and 2 and right, left, 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 right, left. Okay, here's other sticking. 3 and 4 and left, right, 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 left, right. Okay, for number 5, we're going to go into 4/4 timing now. And I'm going to put the sextuplet on beat 1, and then we'll have a quarter note on beat 2, eighth notes on beat 3, and then a quarter note on beat 4. And then I'm going to keep it all trying to rotate sticks, but do notice I'm doing a right hand lead for the whole first part, and then we'll switch it over to a left hand lead for this one. So we won't flip them in between our bars here. Going to keep it all favoring one particular stick. Okay, so here's number 5. 3, 4, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, flip, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, again, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. Okay, now for number 6, we're just going to pretty much do 2 single stroke 7s back to back now, and then we'll push our tempos a little bit too. Okay, so sextuplets on beats 1 and 3, quarter notes are on beats 2 and 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Again. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, now here's a little faster. Here's left hand. All right, welcome to Beats and Fills. Today's beat's gonna have a basic concept for beats 1, 2, and 3, bass drum on the downbeat of 1 and 3. We're gonna have a bass drum on the and of 4. Okay, this bass drum on the and of 4 will lead us back to beat 1. So let's go ahead and talk about the beat. Okay, beat 1, 2, and 3 will be basic, so that means we'll go bass drum and hi-hat on beat 1, snare and hi-hat on beat 2, bass drum and hi-hat on beat 3. Now on beat 4, we'll have a snare and hi-hat on the downbeat of 4. We'll hit the bass drum all by itself on the and of 4. And it's going to lead us back into another bass drum and hi-hat on beat 1. So a good practice is from beat 4 to beat 1. So this would be like 4 and 1, 4 and 1. Those 2 bass drums back to back right there can be a little tricky. Okay, here's beat number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, beat number 2 is going to be the 8th note version of this beat. So beats 1 through 3 will be a basic concept, and on beat 4, we're going to put that bass drum on that last 8th note on the and of 4. Here's beat number 2. 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. beat number 3. We're going to do the 16th note version of this beat. The way we count our 16th notes is like this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, we're going to have a basic beat for those first 3 beats, and we'll put that bass drum on the and of 4. Here's beat number 3. 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and All right, let's do some fills. For fill number 1, we'll play it first on our snare. I'm going to orchestrate it on the drum set somewhere for part 2, and then you'll make your own fill using that rhythm and write it on the staff. And there's 4 of these fills. Okay, fill number 1 is going to start off with 8th notes on beat 1. We'll have an 8th note on the and of 2, and then quarter notes on beats 3 and 4. This is all snare. Okay, for the second part, I put it around the horn. That's going to go from snare 1 to 2 to floor. So we put those 8th notes on beat 1 on our snare. The and of 2 is on tom 1. And then those quarter notes on beats 3 and 4 will be tom 2 and floor tom. Okay, now it's time for you to make a drum fill. So let's say if we want to put some 8th notes on beat 1. If you want to put... what if we start off with 2 bass drums? Put 2 bass drums down there on that bottom space. Write an 8th note rest. That's that 7 kind of looking thing with a little nub. Okay, now on the and of 1, let's say if you want to put a floor tom. That would be your second to bottom space on the staff. You have 2 quarter notes to play with after that. So let's say if you want to use a flam, you can put a flam. Just put in a tied grace note before that note. And if you want to flam your snare, you could just put those notes on your snare. That's the second to top space. And then that last quarter note, let's say if we want to do a crash, just put an X above the staff with a circle. And then automatically you've written your own beat and you've written your own fill. And that's something I definitely encourage through this book. Okay, for fill number 2, we're going to do a quarter note on beat 1, 8th notes on beat 2. We have an 8th note rest on the downbeat of 3. We'll hit the and of that beat. And then there's a quarter note on beat 4. This would be all snare. Okay, the way I orchestrated this fill for the drum set, I put beat 1 as a flam on tom 1. 8th notes on beat 2 are on the floor tom. On the and of 3 is a bass drum, and then a flam snare on the last quarter note on beat 4. For fill number 3, we're going to start off with an 8th note rest. We'll hit the and of that beat. We'll hit beat 2 as a quarter note, and we're going to repeat that for beats 3 and 4. So we'll hit the and of 3 and a quarter note on beat 4. This is all snare. Okay, I put this one on the drum set. These are all combinations. So for beat the and of 1, that's going to be a snare and 1 combo. Quarter note on beat 2 is going to be a snare and 1 combo. And then on the and of 3, that'll be a floor tom and tom 2 combo. And same concept for the quarter note on beat 4. That'll be a floor tom and tom 2. Okay, for number 4, we're gonna do 2 eighth notes on the and of 3 and the and of 4, and we'll have a half note rest for beats 1 and 2. This is all snare. Okay, I put this one on the drum set for the and of 3 and 4. Those will be bass drum and crash combos. Okay, now we're going to combine our beats and fills. We're going to do 4 bars of each beat into a fill. Now you could pick any fill you'd like. You could do your fill, you could do one of my fills on the snare or for the drum set. I wrote you the examples. This would be my orchestrated drum fills for the first 3 examples. So for number 1, we're going to do the quarter note version of the beat into fill number 1 on the drum set. Okay, last part here is for us to just play 4 bars of our beats and then improvise our own fill and let something happen, let it flow. I usually say it like that. It's really fun thing for us drummers just to play something off the top of our heads. It's a thing that we work into. So go ahead and give it a shot. I'll give you some examples. Welcome to the study. Today we're going to learn about crashing on the 1. Okay, very important for drumming is to let people know that here's a new beat, here's a new statement, or it could be just crashing for crashing's sake. There's a lot of bands I like where they incorporate lots of crashes on the 1, like Parliament and P-Funk, Funkadelic. It's almost a way of life to crash on the 1, or every other bar always crashing on the 1, just to really drive into get. So it's a thing that we can become really good at as drummers, and also it can become an intuition. It's fun to do, and it's important too as we're playing songs, adding excitement or setting up a new section of a song. Good skills for us to have. Okay, so crashes are really fun to hit. I'm using 1 crash here. You can also use other crashes if you have them, or you can also use your ride as a crash too. Okay, let's look at number 1. We're going to do the basic quarter note rock beat, and we're going to put a crash on beat 1, only on beat 1. So we'll go back to either a hi-hat or a ride for the beats 2, 3, and 4. Okay, for number 2, this is the basic 8th note rock beat, and we're going to put the crash on beat 1, so we'll go back to our hi-hat or ride on the and of 1 for the rest of those 4 beats. For number 3, we have the basic 16th note beat. We're going to put a crash on the very first note and back to our hi-hat or ride, resuming that beat from there. 4, we're going to do a 4-bar phrase crashing on the first bar on the 1. So on bar 1, put that crash on beat 1, and then we'll just have normal basic beat from there for another 3 bars. For number 5, we'll do the same concept, this time with an 8th note basic rock beat. So putting the crash on the first note of bar 1 and then just repeating from there. For number 6, we're going to do the 16th note basic rock beat for 4 bars, and we'll put a crash only on beat 1 of the first bar. Okay, for number 7, we're going to do an exercise with a small drum fill. That's going to be quarter notes on our snare. And then we're going to go into a 4-bar phrase, crashing on the first note of our quarter note rock beat on bar 1, and then into another 3 bars without crashes. For number 8, we're going to do a similar concept with an 8th note beat. So we're going to lead in with 8th notes on our snare for 1 bar into a 4-bar phrase of a basic 8th note beat crashing on the first note of bar 1. For number 9, this will be the 16th note version of this, and that's going to be a 16th note fill for 4 beats, all snare, into a basic 16th note beat, crashing on the first bar on beat 1. Okay, for number 10, we're going to do an exercise starting with a beat. We're going to go 4 bars of a basic quarter note rock beat crashing on the 1 each time. We're going to do a quarter note fill. This is going to be around the horn, snare 1, 2, 4, just 1 time. And then we'll go into a basic quarter note rock beat on a ride, but we're crashing on every 1. 4 times. Number 11, we're going to do 4 bars of basic 8th notes on our hi-hat, and we're going to do a crash on every 1. We're going to do an 8th note fill around the horn, snare, snare, 1, 1, 2, 2, floor, floor. And then we'll go to our ride and play basic 8th note rock beat crashing on the 1. last one, number 12, we're going to do basic 16th note beat 4 times on the hi-hat, crashing on the 1. We'll do an around the horn 16th note fill. That'll be snare 1, 2, floor, all 16th notes. And then we'll go 4 bars on a ride, crashing on the 1 basic 16th note. All right, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for review number 2. Cheers.